Woo, woo, woo. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me, you're like a chronic addiction that I can't deny. What you tell me is unhealthy, baby. And did you know that when it snows, my eyes become alive and the light that you shine can't be seen? We did a whole show on death last week,
and Val Kilmer died.
Yes,
on Ramel's way home.
Yes, so I know y'all was probably like, "Well, why y'all?" It was weird.
Sorry.
It was after the fact.
Goodness.
Yes,
and a big one too.
A huge one. Also, R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
And of pneumonia.
Yeah. He was not healthy.
No, he had throat cancer.
Yeah. But what was your favorite Val Kilmer role?
I like Tombstone.
Yeah, for sure. That's mine too.
But I also liked Batman. I thought he was a good Batman. Not the best Batman.
Right. I don't know. You know who the things I remember about that Batman is him, Chris O'Donnell, and Kissed by a Rose.
Yeah.
I don't think I even saw it. Did I?
Oh, I did. I remember seeing it, but I saw it for Chris O'Donnell, not for Val Kilmer.
Right. At the time, we didn't. I think he was a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the dude from Top Gun, and like that was a little Gen X-y.
Yeah, because I was never into like Tom Cruise and stuff. I was always like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, like Risky Business.
Yeah,
Top Gun,
that's a little like it's above our pay grade.
Yeah, they were like I liked the movies, but I wasn't like heart-throbbing.
Yeah, never understood the Tom Cruise heart. I do understand the Val Kilmer. Now looking back, I'm like, yeah, okay, that man was pretty fine. But Tom Cruise, I'm still like, I don't get it. Tom Cruise looked like a regular man. If Tom Cruise was walking to you next week, you'd be like, hello.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
Before he even got his teeth done, remember him in The Outsiders? He had some wild.
Really?
He had a grill.
I don't remember now. I got to go look.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, yeah, I never understood. And Tom Cruise
What's your favorite Val Kilmer?
Oh, Tombstone, for sure. I'm your Huckleberry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, Val.
And I've seen it 8 million times because I feel like that's like a dude top 10 movie. So if you're with the guy that likes that movie, then you're going to see it. So I've seen Tombstone, I don't know how many times.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Boys do make you
Boys
watch that
do.
movie.
They do.
But it's
right?
good.
It's a good movie. So you're like, all right, fine. But sometimes you're like, again? Damn. Oh, no. Tom. Oh, yeah, Lord Jesus.
I mean, that was a long time ago, though.
Okay. So, well, good for him.
Apparently, it's a very American thing to fix your teeth because all eyes are on, what's her real name? From White Lotus 3.
I was like, yeah, because of her, Amy Lou Wood.
Yes. It's her traditionally British smile.
Yes.
But yeah, now everybody's talking about like teeth styles and how it's American to need white straight teeth and how we're all getting all this same like.
Yeah, I do think we've gone too far. We have gone too far with the all. What did someone say that they're just teeth? Like your two front, like you put your two front teeth like all across your mouth. Yeah. Like calm down.
Yeah,
and it does get too white. Where you're like, come on, and people like, and then especially as they get older. Like, get, like, some nice teeth, but still look natural. Like, they don't have to be, like, 100% pure white.
Right.
Like, they can still have a little bit of character. So, I like to correct the teeth, but you ain't got to be, like, all the way over there. Calm down. There's a balance of everything.
Yes.
What do you think? Do you like Amy Lou's? She had a little buck tooth, little bunny teeth.
I think she's cute.
She is cute. And then, of course, you loved her because she's like one of the few good people.
Yeah. Spoilers ahead. We're going to talk about White Lotus season 3, all of it. So, we'll give you a heads up. But
we talk about it now, so
yeah, we might as well.
So you
might as well.
If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen all seasons, and you don't want to spoiler because we'll probably refer back to some seasons.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, just skip.
Yeah. If you're not all the way caught up, then this ain't for you.
Ain't for you. Sorry.
But we'll let you know. We'll be like, all right, cut, and we'll wave when it's time to come back. So if you're watching and you need a visual clue, we'll both wave when it's done. So all right, White Lotus 3.
Man, it was why it would. Okay, so for one, I'm not one that tries to predict.
I knew it was. I felt in my heart.
I don't understand how. And people were like, everybody's like, I knew. I'm like, how got me knowing
because she said death was coming for her.
When you said that, I was
death
like,
comes in threes. She got bit by the cobra. Mm-hmm. She was in the jewelry store when it got robbed, and then you knew something. She said it 1,000 times, right? And then she also said that her and Rick were cosmically connected, and what happens, they were soulmates, and what happens to him has to happen to her, and vice versa. So
that was crazy.
And I knew that old dude was going to be his dad.
Okay.
I knew that was going to be his dad.
Well, why did his dad come and say that to him then, and was like, "Your mother, I remember her. She was."
Yeah, she called her a slut.
Yeah, I'm like, well, why did you? But why did the old man say that to him if he knew that was his dad?
Well, obviously he was just an asshole.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I was like, why don't you say that? I didn't understand, but that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, he could have at that point be like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, I am your dad."
Yeah, but he was like, "No, your mom's a slut." Like,
right? Yeah, he said your mama's a hoe, and you didn't have the balls to do it that last time, and
right?
So I don't think he was a good person.
Guess you're right.
But yeah, Rick seemed so happy after he didn't hurt the dude, and then Chelsea seemed so happy because he was happy.
Yeah,
and then he lost his mind when he saw him again. That was very short-lived.
Yeah. If you're with someone that's like, I'll be happy after this, I'll be happy after this, then that is like the biggest red flag. Like, you either happy now or you're not, or you're content or you're at peace now or you're not.
Right.
There's no end game. Like, after I pass this bar test, all will be wonderful.
After I make this amount of money.
Yes.
After I produce this amount of children. After I sign this piece of paper to another person. It's all, you got to be happy with what you have.
You got to be happy now, because if you keep chasing it, woof, it's always going to be something. So that's the, yeah. And you know what else happened? Because I should have known, because Chelsea was like, no, Rick said, we'll be together forever or something. And then he was like, yeah, forever. And she was so happy that he said that. Like, duh, now they are together forever.
So I watched an interview with her, and she was like, so in a way, Chelsea got her dream. They were together forever.
Yeah.
But also, girl, you deserved better.
So much better.
She was loyal. I loved her interactions with Saxon and how she changed him because she straight up told him, "You have no soul.
You have no soul,"
and that shook him. And that's Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
Yes,
I didn't realize that till Paul pointed.
He doesn't look like Arnold to me, does he? Do you?
I can see it.
You can see it. Okay.
Little bronze, little California.
Oh, he totally looked like a California. Oh, and then I saw. Sorry, my eyeball itches. Woo, Lord Jesus. Someone said that there's one in each season, like a rich white boy that you're like, ugh. And there is. In the first season, it was Pete from The Office. Remember him?
Yes.
Second season, it was that. Ooh, he was fine. That man that was. I can't think of his name. Girl, hold on, because that man was fine. I was like, okay, you're an asshole, but you fine, okay?
Oh, yes, he was.
Okay, yeah, him. So there's a rich, just entitled.
He left her in the car out in the middle of nowhere. That guy
left her out in the car. No, that's the guy. That was the asshole. He was for sure asshole.
Yeah, but he was fine.
I didn't think he was fine.
I thought he was fine.
He had a this dude. But I he was too dirty. He was too and then he was in cahoots with those people that was trying to kill Oh, girl, don't be going nowhere with none of these people. I can tell he was grimy from the beginning. I'm like, listen, bring your ass over here.
They're on vacation.
I can tell he was up to no good, and he was not up. He was fucking the uncle. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Having sex with the uncle. Uncle.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that part.
He was grimy.
He was grimy.
You can't be going to Italy without me, girl. You'll be.
I did go to Italy.
But you went with your mama.
Yes, I did. She made sure I didn't do anything crazy.
Yes.
That time of my life has passed. Unless, like, we're, like, me, you, and Norma are, like, the new brigade, like, on vacation. I'm not doing nothing crazy.
Good. Ooh, Theo James.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look him up, y'all. Google it.
Yeah, I did look him up after, because I was like, who is this man?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like that. Like an old lady. Can you see him? Look. Can you see? Look.
Screenshot it. All you can see is the ring light glare.
Oh, that was such a boomer thing to do.
Sometimes when I go like to pay for stuff, it's very Gen Z to like tap to pay. I still insert. I don't swipe.
Oh,
but
yeah. I always insert because I feel like the tap. I don't know. Like I'll do it. Like I'm like okay, cool, but it doesn't always work.
I know, and I don't want to tap in the wrong place.
Yes, it doesn't always work. You have to go to the right place.
Yeah, but then everybody's always like, just tap it.
And you're like, calm down.
I'm from the 1900s. So chill out. All right. Well, speaking of Saxon, I thought Lachlan was gone.
Yes.
Why wouldn't that dad clear out the damn blender?
Why? Either one of them. Both of them needed to clean out the blender. Why would he was like, it's fine. I'm gonna drink this. I guess because he thought it was pina colada, so he wanted pina colada.
Yeah, dad was like, no.
And the thing is,
the coconut milk has gone bad.
The coconut milk's gone bad. So funny.
The coconut milk has gone bad. I loved Parker Posey. What was her name? Victoria.
Yes. She was great.
Bravo.
I wonder if their ratlets will ever get to a point where they can be like, the coconut milk's come back. Before they were like, remember when Dad tried to kill us? Like, can they ever make a joke out? Because I would. Like, after some few years, I'm like, that was kind of funny when.
I don't think they knew, though. I don't think they knew that they came close to dying.
Oh, yeah, right. They never. But I think that at some point they might figure it out.
Maybe.
But then they wouldn't be laughing.
But I do appreciate how all the children changed.
They all changed, right?
Yeah, because on the boat ride over, I watched like some, things you might have missed about it, and like things happening in threes was definitely a theme. So when they were on the boat on the way over, Saxon had on his glasses, Piper had on headphones, and Lachlan was drinking a Coke. So that was very reminiscent of the Three Monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Okay.
And Saxon is very vain. Piper is trying to come to grasp with the fact that she's from like a wealthy family and she's a little princess.
Right.
And like, her happiness and what's it tied to, the things that she hears all the time in her narcissistic family. And then Lachlan, he can't say shit for shit. He can't voice anything about how he feels.
Right.
So, and on their way back, Saxon was reading a book. Piper didn't have her headphones on. She was like in kind of like a bougie little dress and was enjoying the boat ride. And then Lachlan had his glasses on because he had almost died.
Right. Wow.
Right?
Okay, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, they were. I saw something that said like the Ratlets need a spinoff. Like I need to know what happened when they turned off on their cell phones.
And they were like super rich too, because he said, "I did all this, and all I got was $10 million." So they were like super duper rich. If that's all you think, that's all I got,
right? But hopefully, my thought, Victoria got some money somewhere. Victoria is not an idiot. Victoria has some money somewhere, so she might let old dude go. You might have to go to jail, baby. But me and my babies, we gonna be all right. We gonna live a good life. Always comes back to Beyonce. Always.
And she knew what was going on the whole time.
Yes,
she did.
Yes, that's why she gave the whole speech on. I don't know if I could live. What did you say?
I don't know if I don't know if I could live like a non. What did she say? I'm too old to not live a uncomfortable life.
Yes,
something like that.
Girl, me too. Me too.
And I thought she was gonna find out that Timothy had taken her pills.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, them pills, they lasted the whole trip though, damn. But I guess she knew how much. Yes. It's crazy. They were a really good entertaining aspect of the show for sure. Oh, and then Saxon, did we already say that? Saxon end up loving Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
He like teared up whenever he saw whenever Chelsea ran to Rick,
yeah.
And he teared up. I was like, oh, he loves her. But I'm like, sorry, girl, boy. I just always like, you have to be enlightened someplace else because that ship is. Well, I didn't even know she was gonna die, but. And yeah, when you know what happens to the Ratliffs, because like, he's gonna be so sad when he finds out that Chelsea died.
I don't know how they didn't find out though, because they were on the boat on the way home. Like, surely they were like, oh, they
heard
a murder. You know, like they had to have found out
right
that something happened on the resort. So I don't know. That would be a fun spinoff.
Yeah.
What do you think about Belinda and Greg and her son? Do you think she should have felt bad for leaving Pornchide? No,
I don't think so. You?
No.
She
knew that man for like a week or two.
Yeah, she didn't know. And then my thought this is how I kind of, because like, you know, in the first season, Tanya did that to
I guess
Belinda, but also I felt the same way in the first season. I was like, you didn't know Tanya for like a week. I don't know. I wouldn't. Tanya was crazy as hell. So I don't know if I
just would have been like, damn bummer.
Yeah, damn bummer. But I wouldn't have been like, oh.
Right.
But Tanya was crazy as hell though. I would have been like, I don't know if this crazy ass white lady gonna give me some money or what.
Right.
But then like if she didn't, I've been like, damn. Oh well. So I wasn't, but also in my thought process, I'm thinking because Belinda just unexpectedly came into. She thought maybe she was gonna get 100,000, and her son was like, "We finna get 5 million, bitch," and they got 5 million, and so she was just like, "Let me get my bearings about me. Let me."
She really didn't even say no. But how are you gonna tell this man like, I'm all of a sudden a millionaire?
Yeah, right.
Because let me figure it out. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. I would have, because I think that's fair.
Yeah.
She could come back. She could be like, let me call Pornchide. Okay. Hold on.
Man was fine.
Yes. I just have $5 million. I need a second to think about it. Like
she did, because she just said, can I just be wealthy for a minute?
Yes. Yes.
Because he was immediately talking to her about working again.
Yeah.
Like, God dang.
And are spas lucrative like that? Like, I don't know. Are they?
I mean,
maybe it's a lot of, I imagine it's a lot of work. So she's like, do I even need to open a spa? God damn, I got 5 million.
Right. But at this point, she can be behind the scenes and be the investor.
Yes.
And then be like, I'm going to come in and receive
because she is going to need to invest something.
Yes. And
so,
she needs to see how these people are by getting a service from them.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, I think it's fine.
Right.
I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, I was happy. I didn't want her to die because her son was like, please don't let it be my mama. Like,
that was
so I was like, don't let it be this baby's mama.
Right.
Like, I didn't want her to. I thought the relationship was really cute.
Yeah, he didn't freak out when he walked in on her.
Yeah, you can tell they had been like, that's her only son.
I loved her clothes and stuff too. They looked so luxurious.
She's a really pretty woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked her, like the way that her character is. I feel like it would have been like me. Like if I was in that environment and worked around those people, I would be very pensive and like aware as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would know I couldn't be 100% myself. I would be like, y'all are weird, but let me be cool. Like everyone, like, because she was in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
So the manager in the first season, insane.
Bonkers.
Tanya, insane. all these people around her are insane. There's hardly any black people. So you're just like,
oh, did you know when she saw the 2 black people at dinner and she's like, oh yeah, those are people from Survivor. Mike White was on a season of Survivor, and he puts people from Survivor in the show. So they were in season 3. In season 2, it was like 2 girls that were on the beach, and then I can't remember who was on season 1. Oh, one of the guys that the hotel manager had a crush on, like one of the Cabana Boys or something,
right?
But yeah. So those are Survivor people.
That's hilarious. I love that. But yeah. So I'm happy for Belinda. Girl, take your money and go and think about it somewhere. You and your son get away from. Don't come back to the White Lotus.
Not to the one in Thailand with Gary up the hill.
Mm-hmm. And then the first one too. She's been at 2 White Lotus hotels with murder. She'd be like, I ain't gonna work there. Y'all crazy.
Apparently, when she was looking through like the stories, the headlines about Tanya, there was a entry, like a Google like result that alludes to there might be like a prequel that talks about Tanya and how like Tanya's relationship with her mom and how she got all this money, and that would be great because I mean, Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes. And Gary got some stuff because he's not gay, but he likes the guy. I don't know. He likes to present. Maybe he likes to have the woman that's like. But then he also, because remember he was intertwined with the gays, are the ones that ended up killing. Well, they were supposed to kill Tanya, but they didn't end up killing Tanya.
Right.
Tanya ended up killing them. But it was the gays, and then. There was that picture in the boat that Tanya. So Tanya got suspicious that the gays are trying to kill her because he's like, "What? So you've been knowing this dude?
The gays are trying to kill him." That's like the best line.
Yeah, and so like Gary knew old dude from a long time ago, and then remember old dude was talking about how he was in love with this guy, but he was straight. So I don't know if he was talking about Gary or what. So Gary interesting too, but then the wife now, or not the wife, but the girlfriend. The girlfriend. Like, what was the proposition that he said?
That her and Saxon have sex, and that Gary walks in on it.
Okay,
because he walked in on his mom and his dad.
That's right.
And then at the end, he was like, "Sorry, I couldn't help you out," and she's like, "It's okay, I'll find somebody else to do it."
Yeah. And
then he winks at that dude in the pool. Like, I mean, rich people. The mega rich? Ugh. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Hell no. I'm good.
I feel like you get bored when you're mega rich. Yeah. When you don't have like little things to worry about, you lose like touch of reality, and you want to pay folks to do some weird stuff. And no, like I'm too busy for all that. I'm too busy. But it is interesting because you went back and you watched season 1 and season 2.
Yes, I had, because I couldn't remember what Gary's role, and that was bothering me so much. Like in Tanya's death, I could not remember that whole storyline so I was like, let me go back and watch, because Gary's been in all 3 seasons now. He's been in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh
yeah. So, but he doesn't do a full, like the first season. He comes in at the end, kind of towards the end, and then the second season, remember he left. He left to go somewhere because he was trying to have an alibi because he was setting up Tanya getting killed. So I was like, oh, so now that's what I was like, because I was just like, did he have something to do with it? What? And then third season, you're like, this motherfucker got some money and went to go hide it in Thailand.
See, Paul hasn't seen season 1 or season 2, but he watched all of season 3 with me. So now I'm curious to go back with him and watch season 1 and season 2 together.
And they're easy. They're easy.
Yeah, they're good to,
because they're only like 7 episodes per season. It's not hard. It took me like a week.
Yeah. I appreciate when things are only like 8 to 10 episodes, 7 to 10 episodes long. Yes. An hour long, maybe an hour and a half for the season finale. That's fine. That's totally fine.
For sure.
So,
but yeah, is there anybody else? The blonde.
Yeah, the blonde brigade.
I was so happy. That was the only time I cried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I cried. I was like, need our friend.
Yeah. I was a little, like, I was happy for Lori that she spoke up, and she's like, I've been sad all week. And then, but I was a little disappointed when she was like, I'm just happy to be at the table. Because I feel like that's one of the things, like, one of the things with her is, like, she didn't, I don't know if she ever felt like equal to the other two. Because, Jacqueline was the actress.
Right.
And then Kate had her family in Texas and her, I'm sure a picture perfect life. And then Lori's over here. She's been through divorce and she didn't get the promotion she wanted or whatever. Like, girl, you're worthy of your friends.
Right.
They've been your friends forever.
Right.
But I guess, like, in a threesome, there's always going to be two people that are a little bit closer.
Right.
I think that they all revealed to themselves that they are who they've always been.
Yeah. And I took that line. To me, that line was her being like, because I think that the other girls still have a different insecurity, but not the same insecurity, like but a different type of insecurity. So she was just like, why are we all like fronting? Like, you guys are like making it sound like you guys have a perfect life. Like, and she's like, and don't get me wrong, I love that you have a beautiful face and I love that you have a beautiful life, but stop. And I think, to me, that's why I took that. I took that more as like I'm happy to be at the table. Like, let's just happy to be here. Let's all
and I could see
happy
that too.
To be here. So, because it took her being vulnerable, because they weren't going to be vulnerable, and they weren't going to be like, they were going to like, no, everything's great.
Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. And so, to me, she's the stronger of the three, because she is the one that was like, initiated all that. But it's just so beautiful because you need your girlfriends, and you don't need to be like, just like,
you can be yourself with your girlfriend.
You can be yourself, yeah.
Especially on vacation.
Yeah, hell yeah. And not judgmental. And then also but also to me, when you're hanging out with your girls, things go so much more fun when there's not guys involved. When you don't meet a group of guys and you're like, let's hang out with them. Like, no. Let's not.
Let's not.
Let's just go get massages, and we can go to the club, but let's be the girls and dance in the club together. Like, it's just so much more fun and so much more like just.
That Russian, as soon as they fucked, he immediately started asking her for money.
Yes.
And then I thought something was going to happen because she found the loot.
Me too. Yes, I didn't know. I was like, oh no, I thought something's going to happen to her.
And then Guy Talk. The security guard, I wasn't sure if he was gonna let the Russian guys go because he knew that they were the robbers,
right?
But he didn't say it. Well, maybe he did. We didn't see anything.
Yeah, because they were
So and he didn't say anything.
Yeah, so he changed, and that he's like cool guy now.
Yeah, I'm a killer.
Yeah, I'm a
Mook
killer.
Likes me because I'm a bad boy.
Mook.
What a weird thing to want somebody.
I would like for you to be violent.
Like, can you imagine like
mean.
LJ and he's like, I just want to do a good job, and then some girl has a crush on him and is like, kill him. You should kill him with a gun.
What?
The Mook. Yeah, and she is gorgeous. She was very pretty in her
beautiful.
Little.
Yes. Yes.
Loved it.
Go find you a bad boy, honey.
One of them security guards.
Yes.
They were already
flirting with you.
Tatted up. They already gunned up.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, but to get the girl, I guess. I thought you were ambitious. Okay, well, can I be ambitious without trying to beat everybody up? Damn.
Without being loaded.
He's like, I just want peace in my life. Poor baby.
Yeah, and she definitely didn't like that.
The fuck? I think Buddhism would be. I would like to study Buddhism. I think that would be very peaceful. I don't know if I need to be a Buddhist or anything, but like just to like go and like, oh no.
Looks like your camera was technical difficulty. We'll have a new camera next week. It'll be awesome. We're investing in ourselves.
We are.
Yes. So, but yeah, I loved White Lotus season 3.
Yeah, some people didn't like. I saw a lot of stuff that was like people were like, it's the most boring season, bloopity bloopity blue, blah blah. But I don't know. And I thought it was the best season, but then as I went back and watched the other so soon, I don't know. They're all really good.
I really like Mike White.
Yeah.
Too. So Mike White actually has been in our lives for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
So I looked into it, and Mike White, he was writing stuff on Freaks and Geeks.
Oh wow.
Way back then. He did the screenplay for with the Hess brothers for Nacho Libre. And then did for Freaks and Geeks, wrote for Freaks and Geeks. And then remember in School of Rock with Jack Black, when the substitute teacher, that was him, Ned Schneebly.
Oh,
and
yes.
Jack Black's like, I'm Ned Schneebly. That's Mike White's character, and he's like all dorky, and they're his roommate. So Mike White's been around for a long time,
and he's on Survivor apparently.
I want to watch. I've never seen Survivor.
I haven't.
So, but yeah, him and Jack Black have been.
That's funny. Their names is Mike White and Jack Black. That's funny.
Are they plants, you think?
Industry plants.
Maybe. Jack Black has gotten quite the...
Had quite a week.
He has. I heard that the Minecraft movie is like one of the most successful opening movies since Barbie.
Yeah, it is.
They overdid Barbie.
My kids saw it. I dropped my children off at the movies for the first time.
Oh my God.
Yes, but they were fine. I told them to. We were a little worried because our little theater at one point it had a 16 and under policy, like you had to be with the parent. Mm-hmm. I guess the kids were going in there running a muckus. Mm. But then we looked and we're like, it's not there anymore. And then I was like, look, it was like on a Sunday, and I was like, be cool. I was like, don't go in there and be like, we finna see Minecraft. Yo, Jack Black, like, and then they're like, Mom.
Okay, I won't go in there and do that.
Yes, they're like, Mom, you're so embarrassing. But I was like, just go in there and be cool, be the nice kids you guys are. And I went and bought the tickets for them, and then I came out and gave them the tickets, and they just went. I put some money on the Cash App card.
Oh, look at that.
And it was cool. I said, text me when I was like, I won't leave the parking lot until y'all text me that you're in your seat. And so they text me and they're like, we're all good. Because they're just worried they're going to get kicked out. They're like, wait a minute. Aww. How old are you?
I did have so many irrational fears about that when I was on.
Right.
Are they going to come in here and check my ticket and my
Right,
ID?
exactly. No. That's why I was like,
we were skipping to movies all the time, though.
Girl, and it's all like other teenagers working there, so they're like, we don't care.
Right.
They're like, okay.
These nice kids watching a movie?
Right. They want to watch Minecraft.
Right.
So no, it went great. But they said it was, they both gave it a 50% on the Rotten Tomatoes. But they were like, nah, it was cool.
Yeah, I feel like Jack Black is just Jack Blacking it up the whole time.
Because he's been in both of those, Mario and Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. And then he hosted Saturday Night Live this week.
Yes.
He was pretty darling on it. He said he hadn't been on the show in 20 years in his monologue. And he was on, he had hosted 4 times. This is his 4th time.
Good job for you, Jack Black.
I love Jack Black.
Yes, I know you.
I've always loved Jack Black.
Yes.
He's getting a little thick.
I mean, he's older.
Yeah, he just slimmed down a little bit. I'm worried about his health.
Okay.
I'm worried about your health, Jack. His shirt just hung a lot.
It's just it is a big. Whenever guys have a big gut, that's when you're supposed to.
That's the only reason why I'm worried, because I love Jack Black, and I'm trying to have him around for the longest time.
You're right.
And then also he was on the Kelly Clarkson show with Tanner.
That was so cute.
You sent that to me, and so in the mornings, like, I try not to get on social media like first thing in the mornings, but I do. But I typically my algorithm is to the point where it's like mostly good stuff. And so I'll scroll until I find something that like makes me cry in a good way, and I'm like, I love being a human being on this earth. And good. That day, that was mine.
That was it.
Because Tanner was so sweet and so excited. Yes. He told Kelly Clarkson that he wanted to meet Jack Black when he was 31 years old.
31, yes.
He was talking so close.
He was so Jack Black. That was
You're very strong.
Do you ever watch that show?
I have not watched it.
I'm not sure if I'm ready. I feel like I would cry every episode.
Yeah, probably.
I watched one season of What's the show with the it was supposed to be like a What Not to Wear, but it had the 5 gay guys. They did all the aspects of
Queer Eye.
Oh my God.
Oh, every time.
Every episode.
I don't like crying watching TV.
So that's why I'm like, I don't even know if I'm ready.
Like, I stopped watching This Is Us because
no.
Yeah. After that Super Bowl crock pot debacle, no. I'm not doing it. I stopped. And I will never.
Yeah.
Because I binged it to get caught up because I knew that Super Bowl episode was going to be a big one. And then I couldn't continue on.
Like,
so I was like, that was
I remember on the JC on the Kid Crack show said that show made him cry. I was like, well, when we watching that one?
No. I ugly cried every time. And I'm like, why am I even doing this?
Right.
Why?
But at least Queer Eye, and I bet you Love on the Spectrum would probably be like a good cry, not like a sad because someone died or something.
I do follow Abby. I think she's from that show. Abby and her boyfriend. I follow them on like YouTube or Instagram or something. They're pretty cute, but no, I haven't watched it.
There's one guy, I don't know, I've seen a clip, it's funny, but he like hates blondes. For lack of a better word, he's like, do not send a blonde woman over here. But like, he's so dramatic because when his family's telling him, they're like, she's really nice, she's a this, and she's blonde. He was like, blonde? Yeah. He was so like, I'm like, sir, are you an actor? Blonde. I thought he was going to go to like a full like Shakespearean monologue. I was like, sir, you and your blonde hair can go. Like, oh my.
Shoo away from here with your blonde hair.
It will not with your tresses of fire. You must be thou off from hell.
Blondie.
They're so cute. I'm like, well, brother has his boundaries, his preferences. He's
like what you like.
He don't want to like resent the girl later on. Like, fine, I'll go with the blonde, and then like 5 months later, he's like looking at her like,
is she gonna break his heart? And then he's gonna be like, I knew it.
Or he's gonna get like, they're gonna be like in love. He's gonna be like, okay, get over it. And then 5 months later, it's gonna be like looking at her hair like,
God damn, I really hate this diet.
Color
your hair.
Yes. Color it. Oh, bitch. Because you know stuff like that is cute at first, and then after a while, you're like, I can't stand it.
Thought I was quirky. Turns out I hate it.
I hate you.
All right, girl. You got anything else on that?
Oh, since we're talking about Saturday Night Live, I just wanted to talk about that one clip that is hilarious when the audience cussed.
With Ego, whatever her name
is. That was so hilarious.
Yes, she's like, cause these men ain't what?
Shit. And they were supposed to say ain't worth a damn, and like everyone, Colin, and what's the cute black dude's name?
Michael Che.
I feel bad. I'm like, what's his name? Colin and Michael Che. Their reactions
are
hilarious.
And she said, "Ooh, y'all about to get fined.
Y'all about to get fined for that."
Lord have me mad, y'all. She's cute.
Yeah, she is cute, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a funny moment. I laughed. I watched it several times. I feel like I've seen it like several times, and I stop and watch it. I'm like, okay.
And then I'm like, Ramel, have you seen it? She's like, I sent it to you.
Yes. Because you sent me something. You did that. When I sent you the stuff about the Onijah update, girls. Why did the girl send it right back to me
immediately?
She was like, "Oh shit!"
You know who would love this? Ramel. I do that so many times. I'm in another group, and so many times I'll get something from them, and then I'll be like, "These guys would love this," and then I just send it right on back. Just right on back. I've done it more than once.
I do it to Randy sometimes. She'd be like, "Girl, scroll up." Oh, my bad.
But sometimes there'll be like 27 messages. I'm like, I ain't got time to catch up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
No, but that time it was limited.
Oh, Onijah is back in
yes.
the United
States.
She looks good. She does look good.
Oh my girl, you got your stylist or something. What happened?
What they do?
And everyone was like, "What happened to Dubai? Because you look
Did you have
amazing
treatment?"
like she doesn't look like I've been beat down for months. She's like, I had a great time.
Yeah, her wig looks great.
Girl, her eyebrows was looking good. Like,
yeah.
What?
Maybe that's what it was, because her eyebrows were so terrible.
Her eyebrows were crazy. So I'm like, did she get a stylist? Did she just look so like, you don't look tortured, or look, she's like, I'm ready to go back. I don't know why they had me over here.
She is. She misses her husband.
I'm mad at her too. I'm ready to go back too. Come back and you be
But
like,
then that
what
TMZ
happened?
person made me mad because they were like, your husband, where did you meet them? Like, online. Like, the TMZ person did not know the backstory whatsoever. I'm like, girl, have you ever heard of Woo Woo Woo, the podcast? You would have had this information already, even if we pronounced her name wrong for the first episode. Sorry. We got it right now. But yeah, Onijah's back in New York.
Good for you, girl.
Good for you, girl. All right. You ready for what are you into?
Yes, I don't really have anything, so you can go.
Oh, I was gonna. I'm really enjoying these 10 fish talks.
Girl, yes, I agree.
So I don't know how I came upon it, but I found this girl on TikTok who did 10 fish talks, and she would try like 5 different like sorts of like 10 fish, from like sardines to mackerels, to octopus, to all kinds of stuff. And she makes it look so delicious.
Right?
So then I started sending it to Ramel. I sent it to my little brother Price. And so now everybody's eating sardines around me.
We're having a blast
though. Because like, if you think about it, like, if these items are packed fresh and like with flavor and like they're packaged.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're any like worse, or like, I don't know. I feel like I would trust 10 fish more than like market fish
that's handled by a human being.
Who knows?
Yes, right. No, yeah, they're not very expensive, and they're low calories and high in protein. I've been having fun. Making different. I made some cheese crackers to put them on. We have some. Leslie made some sourdough bread. We about to put it on. We having a blast.
We're here trying stuff. But now, like, it's in my algorithm, and so now there's like all these other kinds.
Right. There's a one that sandwich that you sent looks so good.
Yeah.
We like to eat weird stuff like that. And I don't ever think it's weird until like I'm outside. Like, Leslie, you're probably one of the only. Randy will sometimes. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she can be a little picky too. Sometimes, but like, and even my dad. Sometimes I'll be like, "Daddy, would you like to try this?" But my daddy eats weird stuff too. My dad probably, but there's not that many people like in my friend group that I could be like, "Let's eat some 10 fish."
I got these sardines. I want to.
Everybody's like, out. I told my sorority sisters, and they're like, "What?" Like, girl. I'm like, oh.
Remember when your mom was like, "Oh, I used to eat sardines on crackers with my grandma," but she said she hadn't done it in a long time.
Yes, so maybe my mom, because it is kind of a boomerish kind of a thing, I think.
I imagine they did used to eat all those potted meats.
Yeah, I bet you that is a.
Have you ever eaten deviled ham out of a can?
I don't think I could. I don't think I could with the consistency.
Jamie eats it on white bread for lunch. The hell?
Jamie is so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Paul said he's eaten spiced ham before, deviled ham, and he doesn't like stuff out of a can, and he doesn't like ham. I'm like, why would you eat that?
Yeah, I think it'd be too thick.
I don't know.
I don't want it. I don't want, for some reason I'm like, I don't want that, but the sardines are delicious.
Yeah, fish seems like seafood seems, I don't know.
And it looks really pretty.
Yeah, it's like, it's a literal just little fish. It's not processed.
Right.
Like, it's preserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a lot of fun like perusing the aisles of Sprouts for new things to try.
Right. The ones we have today are Mediterranean. I'm very excited.
Mediterranean mackerel.
Yes. Because then your dad said to put some capers and lemon juice and stuff in the olive oil.
He said take the olive oil.
I need to do that.
And mix some lemon juice and capers and red onions and then put it over avocado toast.
Bitch. I need to do that. I know. I'm like, I need to go get, because I think I have everything to go get some capers. Yeah. All right. It's about to be on and popping.
Right? So yeah. I don't know. If you like 10 fish, let us know. Is that a weird thing? I don't think it's weird.
I think it's a little weird, but it's fine.
It's just, yeah. The protein, the flavor.
Yeah. I think it's a little weird at first, and then if you really just like let yourself be. Because they say if there was a list that I saw that said like if your diet is mainly of this, then you're living a healthy life. And I felt like a good amount of it that I ate. It was it was like fish, Yogurt. I can't remember, but like, and I liked it because it was like not anything like, and take a tablespoon. And it was like if you eat, it was a decent list
with real whole
with real
foods.
stuff, and it was like if it's mostly this, you're fine.
Yeah,
and I was like, thank you for simplifying things.
Yeah, because I have regular butter. I don't eat margarine.
Right.
I don't do fake sugars and stuff. I eat pretty wholly. And I don't do like fat-free stuff because
no, you can't.
It's not fat-free.
It's got something else in there that's bad.
Yeah. Might as well just eat real stuff.
Just eat real stuff. Eat less of the real thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, maybe don't put so much butter, but eat the butter with just the milk in it and the real ingredients. Yes.
Yes.
We're not doctors.
Enjoy it.
Like, sorry.
All right, girl. You ready for a triple dipper?
I think I am. I'm excited.
I had a triple dipper at Chili's this weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
What'd you get on it, girl?
I got the new Nashville mozzarella sticks.
Oh, okay.
The cheese pull, yes.
Okay.
The cheese pull it's
intense.
Worthy. Paul's eyes lit up. And I was like, you want some? And he was like, yeah.
Yes, please.
Like I took it and then I had to do a to like wrap it around. It was good. Okay. And the Nashville sauce was delicious.
Okay.
And then burger bites and Southwest egg rolls.
You also have to get the burger bites and the Southwest egg rolls. Even though sometimes the burger bites are a little disappointing.
They are. They were a little bit disappointing this last time, but they're usually pretty good.
Yeah, they're hit or miss, right? With the burger bites. And what I've discovered is like I want burger bites, but I want like lettuce and tomatoes and stuff. But you can't be doing all that. Right. You can't be like modifying. You just got to be like eat it with your bacon and ranch.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Yeah. I guess there's onions.
Yes.
A vegetable.
Yes. And I'm like, but I want like a burger slider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Yeah.
And we had chips and salsa.
Nice. Y'all ate there?
We did go there.
Oh, okay.
Dad had Quincy, so we were like, woo!
We're going to Chili's.
We did. All day happy hour at Chili's on Sunday. It was great. We had like a little margarita action, some chips and salsa.
Very nice.
It was great. But yeah, I do love me a triple dipper. And I love our triple dippers.
Yes.
And this week is our top 3 binge-worthy television shows.
Yes.
Because White Lotus.
Because we've been binging stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And White Lotus.
And I think that a binge-worthy show is different than like your favorite show.
For sure.
What you looking for?
I was gonna look at her pin, but I know my number. I put like V as my number 1, and just thought, but I know what it is.
Oh, don't know. I forgot. The what? The what? I bet I can guess.
Okay.
Does it start with the O?
No.
Okay.
Because
you have any honorable mentions?
I don't, and because I was thinking about putting something, but like, because The Office is bingeable, but also in my head, I was doing bingeable for clarity. That's kind of what I did. Because you don't have to binge The Office. You can watch The Office and this and this and this and whatever, you know. But my head, I was like bingeable so that you can really grasp the concept of the show. Some shows you don't have to.
Girl, one of my honorable mentions is Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Because I did. I watched, because I was with somebody when I watched like the first 4 seasons. And they helped me like, there's a ton of characters. And so like they helped me like sort everybody out. And then we broke up. And I was like, who is going to tell me who is who? Because I had little nicknames from like, oh, the witch baby lady. And, you know, like I didn't know anybody's name. So I went back and watched it all by myself. And then I was like, oh.
Right.
And then I got caught up. But I do think that Game of Thrones would be a great binge-worthy show because it's so intricate.
Right.
There's so many characters. Right. And then also they took too long to release the last season. And so it was a little disappointing.
I know everybody was pissed about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was too much.
But I think it was a writer's strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Not that it was their fault, but like when you're in the spirit of everything, you're like
For sure.
So yeah.
And I feel like Game of Thrones, like I feel like I've lost my window of opportunity and I'll never watch.
That's fair.
It's just one of those things where I'm like, I've heard of this Game of Thrones. It seems as though you all enjoy it.
Yes.
But it's like how many seasons? Like 8?
I think there's like 7 or 8.
And then
they're
hour-long episode, and they're like quite. I was just like, whenever I learn,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm like, well,
it's very dark.
Yeah. Maybe when I retire or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe. And then my other one was I binged How I Met Your Mother from start to finish, and I enjoyed that because there's a lot of inside jokes, and I thought it was fun. To go and
word.
So I caught them all because I watched them all, but I watched it all the way through once, and I had never seen an episode before, and I've never seen an episode again after.
I've never watched a full episode, maybe like clips and stuff.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, do you want to go first, or you want me to?
Sure. So sorry for what do you call this? Like putting a hat on a hat or being so obvious. But number 3 is the White Lotus because I just did it, and I'm like, oh, because I watched them all, and I'm up to season 3, and before that season's finale, I was like, no, let me go back so I can really understand everything.
Yeah, I think that would have been fun to do too.
Yeah, so I went back from season 1 and watched everything, and I was like, oh. Even though I had watched it before, I think that Mike White takes a second to get used to his writing and that style of show. It takes a second, and then once you get used to it, you're like, this is good.
I get it now.
Yes. So
yeah, because you do laugh a lot because it is absurd.
It's absurd. Some of the characters are like, why did you do that?
But then you also don't necessarily feel bad for all of them because some of them just are not likable. But then others are like, yeah, good one. I'm excited to go back and binge seasons 1 and 2 with Paul.
Right. I'm excited too because I'd like to talk to you about it.
Okay. All right. My number 3, Arrested Development.
Oh, that's a good one.
That one was.
I do need to go back and binge that.
It's so funny.
Yes.
Jason Bateman's deliverance, I love Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
The Bluth family. There's always money in the banana stand. Ridiculous.
Yeah, the whole and there are stuff that goes on the intricacies of the show and
yes.
Oh, that's why. Oh, because I'll watch it sometimes and I'll forget why did they do that? Oh yeah, he went to jail because of that, or because the storylines are so crazy and they go and so wacky. So sometimes you watch a random episode and you're like, wait, what?
And then some of the jokes are funnier too. Once you know, all the Anne jokes,
right?
This man, you've met Anne 1,000 times. She's right there,
right? Good stuff.
Great.
That's a good one. Have you seen that there's a commercial on that says, why have, I think it's an insurance commercial. It says, why have Batman when you can just have Bateman?
Oh, yeah.
And it's with Jason Bateman. I'm like, that's pretty clever. And they're like, why don't you start a podcast? He's like, that's hurtful. And I don't ever listen to his podcast, even though I've seen clips and laughed. But
I've seen clips, but no, I haven't listened to his podcast.
As much as I love Jason Bateman, love him, and then the other guy that's in it, that guy, Sean something from Will and Grace.
Yeah.
And then there's the other dude that used to be married to Amy Poehler. That's the 3 that's in Smartless?
Yeah. What is his name?
Will
Forte.
No.
Will Arnett.
Yes. Which I think those are 3 hilarious.
Sean Hayes.
Yes. Hilarious. They're so funny. I've seen the clips. They're hilarious. But something inside me, I cannot support a podcast of 3 white men. And it's big. It's already big.
Yeah. Everybody already knows y'all.
Everybody listens. Him and Joe Rogan. I'm like, it's already, I don't want to go and listen to no. Will you support the DEI podcast of Woo 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 first?
Listen to them, but also listen to the little folks.
Yes. So I love those 3 guys individually. Great. But just something about it. I'm like, I want to support y'all's podcast.
I watch your clips, but damn.
Damn, y'all already got all the movies and the shows and all the stuff. Now you want to be on the podcast? Damn.
And you know that they're just going in and then talking and they're not editing and doing all the stuff that we're having to do. But
are they writing notes and being like, girl, we need to buy a new camera. Let's go half seas.
What the hell are we going to talk about?
Right. Let's just talk about our time on the set of Arrested Development.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Oh, when I was on,
right. When I did the Emmy or the Gold winning show Ozark, Okay.
Oh, sorry. That was our other Emmy-winning, award-winning show,
Will and Grace. Like,
nope. Arrested Development. No.
like, okay, we get it.
I can see that.
So yeah.
My number 2.
Yes.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's a good one, Leslie. I need to go back and binge that.
I watched it by myself
Yes.
for the first time, and then Paul wasn't caught up, so I got to binge it and catch up.
Yes.
So, like, at the end, I was like,
yeah, Breaking Bad was a good one.
So good. And I didn't watch Better Call Saul, but
no, I didn't watch that either.
Excuse me. Everybody says that like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are like some of the most bingeable shows ever.
Yeah, because Better Call Saul was getting. I remember that now. That when that time was around, it was getting a bunch of the awards and stuff.
A lot of awards.
Maybe I should go back and do that.
And it's old dude. You love him. What's his damn name? Better Call Saul guy.
I don't love that guy.
You don't? I thought you liked him and thought he was funny.
I mean, he's cool, but I don't think I've ever been like, I love him.
Oh.
Well, let me see what it looks like. Make sure I'm thinking of the right person. But the main character?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Must be your other podcast friend.
Yeah. Bob Odenkirk.
Girl, no.
No.
Well, I mean, he's cool.
His humor is funny. So
one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad was he's not on there. The policeman with the bald head. Hank. Oh, I loved Hank. I loved Hank. Yes.
He was on a mission.
He was.
Wanted to get him.
He was.
I think binging Breaking Bad is fun because like Walt's demise is so fast.
It's crazy. Hank, and I like Hank, and then I like the chicken dude.
Gus.
Yes. Gus was the G.
Yeah.
That dude was the G.
Word.
But yeah. Making meth is eventually all those shows, like even like those like old gangster shows that we all love and romanticize. At the end of the day, you're like, I guess
you're either in jail or witness protection.
Guess I shouldn't sell drugs.
All I got was $10 million.
Right? Like, right?
That'll be us one day.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Well, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because I don't want to be like going to jail for a white collar crime. No. So.
Word. All right. Do you have?
My number 2 is any Real Housewives series. I think that if you're like, hey, Ramel, I want to start watching, and I don't care. I'm not one of those people who like pick a franchise. I'm like, whatever franchise calls to you, whatever you feel like, something tells me to watch Atlanta or something tells me to watch Salt Lake City. Do you, boo-boo? Whichever one it is, I say the best way to do it to me is start from the very beginning. Because you see all the buildups, all the relationships, and then you understand why Ramona doesn't like Leanne and Leanne doesn't like Ramona, even though it's season 3. But you understand the history, or maybe they don't like each other. But Shania better not come over here talking shit because it's just right. You get it, and it makes it so much. You love the characters.
Pick a franchise and start
from the beginning. I think so.
What if for me? Who would you pick?
Salt Lake City. Yeah, I think Salt Lake City. Nice. It's fun. It's not too dark because some of them get too dark sometimes. Like to me, Beverly Hills is too. People love Beverly Hills, but I'd be like, y'all too.
Is that the one that Denise Richards is in?
Denise Richards.
She's so shady. I saw a clip of her and Charlie Sheen, and he got his neck done. And she's like, well, would you do it again? And he's like, what do you mean would I do it again? I already had it done. And she was like, I mean, she looks right in the camera.
She's funny. She has her own show now. Because I think Housewives is a whole other different type of reality show. You gotta want to fight with the women. And not everybody is trying to do that. Like Denise Richards is like, the fuck? And it was so funny because she would come in those girls go to dinner and they're glammed up, and Denise Richards would have
we jeans. Forgot to tell y'all we were done watching season 3, talking about White Lotus.
Sorry, we're done.
Sorry, I just remembered that.
Right?
Some people are like just sitting on pause still. I wish they were talking a long time about White Lotus. Sorry.
No, but like she would come in and like jean, like cute casual how we would come.
Mm-hmm.
And she just did not fit in as a housewife, but she still is a very interesting person. She's not all like drama, like I'm gonna fight with this bitch. She's just interesting because she's an interesting girl. What did I tell you that I cracked up when her daughters were fighting, and she was like, whatever. She was like, the sister was like, dude, you're being such a bitch, and Denise was like, don't call your sister a dude.
Nice.
And every time I see that, I laugh because she's obviously, I don't know, she's on pills. I don't want to accuse her of having what is it, Lozapam,
right?
But
Lorazepam,
yes. Yeah. But
that's funny.
The way she talks. Don't call your sister a dude.
Don't call her a dude. I think reality show binge worthy for me has got to be Flavor of Love. Rock of Love is fun too, but Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, I can binge those. I have several times.
It's
reality TV wise, it is. It's amazing.
That's funny.
All right, you ready for my number one? This is just because I only ever binge this show. I never watched just one season. I only ever binge it. New Girl.
Oh,
I love to watch that show.
Yeah, New Girl's good. That's great.
It's so funny, and I do like the storylines because like there's always like a different love interest,
right?
And like, will they, won't they, with Nick and Jess, and I think I love it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it is a fun show.
But yeah,
really fun.
I like the cast.
Yes.
Prince, when he came on, that was like one of the most greatest shows of television history ever. I haven't
seen it in a while. That's why I was like trying to think like, okay, yeah, it does go through different phases.
It does.
Different characters.
And then the game they play, like the Americans or whatever, the game they play in the loft, like they make up the rules as they go. Like it's so absurd because they just make up stuff as they go. And I think that's so funny. Because
Winston was he on there from the start?
No,
I feel like he was Winston and Coach. Oh no, Coach was on there from the start.
Coach was on there, and then Winston came, and then Coach came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do remember. Yes, fun times.
Good stuff.
Good one.
Yeah.
Well, my number one is The Sopranos. Because for one, I need to go back and watch it because I feel like I'm like, what happened to Sopranos, guys? Like, I feel like if I watched it again today, I would be like,
you'd be shocked.
Yes.
I didn't never finish The Sopranos because when I was binge watching it, it was on literal DVDs, and there was a DVD missing, so I couldn't go on.
Oh no!
So I just stopped watching.
Oh no!
So I never finished it.
Oh.
So I'm like, don't post any spoilers about The Sopranos, guys. Although I've gathered what's happened based on,
and people used to hate the finale, but now I'm like, I know what happened. Now I get it.
I would also like to go back and watch that. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't say The Wire. That was when on the internet.
I can't. It was too. The Wire is definitely bingeable. Like you definitely, but I can only do it. There was one time where I was like, I think I'm gonna go back and watch it so I can understand it more. And then I started to remember all the stuff, and I was like, it's traumatizing. It is so traumatizing. Yeah. It is. It's not for the weak.
No.
And now people from Baltimore, and I'm like,
I'm scary.
I'm scary. He was from Baltimore. Which part?
The good part or the bad?
Yes. You over by the Capitol and stuff, or? Whew. That is scary. That's some scary shit. That was like a horror movie. I'm not even like. You know, another good bingeable Housewives that you probably would like, but I don't know if you have time because it has more seasons. But New York, that's a good one. I feel like New York season 5, I think, was probably one of the best seasons of Housewives I've ever seen.
Ever?
Yeah, it was wild.
I don't know. I don't always identify with people from New York. I've never been.
Yeah,
so
I got you. And especially that part of New York is like the East like Upper East Side, and they think like me and you would just be like happy to be in New York, like, hey, what's going on?
To be at the table.
Yeah, I got a gun. Let's go see a Broadway show. Like we'd be happy, but they're very much like I remember one season someone came and she lived in downtown, and they were like, oh, she's from downtown. Oh, downtown. They were like thought it was like interesting. She's different because they were all like Upper East Side, and I think that me and you would be like, get over it. I'd be like, cool, you live downtown?
Neat. What's that over there?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, but they're weird. They're, and then like, yeah, they're a little high society, but it's funny they're high society, but that's the joke because they're not. Like the main girls that are like that, they're like the biggest mess. And you're like, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it's kind of like funny to watch. They can be problematic, but at the same time, you're like,
yeah,
you judging me?
Okay. See how that goes.
Right.
Something's going on. All right, girl. Well, you got anything else?
No, girl.
All right. Well, I had fun thinking about White Lotus 3.
Yes. Thanks for listening to our script analysis of White Lotus season 3.
Sorry, we forgot to cue you back in. We had like a little glitch in the camera.
Oh, that's right.
I think I forgot.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we can put in notes. Like it was like around 30 minutes.
Yeah. We'll give a visual clue.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you're watching us on Spotify and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram, Spotify. No, Instagram,
well, Spotify,
Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, all those things.
Yes. And make sure you follow your girl Mel the Realtor on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
I'll see y'all next week. Bye. Woo, woo, woo.